Can you believe it is June 1st already? Oh my goodness, this year is flying by. Anyways, happy Monday, everybody. This week, 3 numbers jumped out at me. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing, they matter. The first number is 8.5%. Mortgage applications fell last week, 8.5%. Now, why should you care about that? Because that tells us buyers are getting nervous. And when buyers get nervous, something very interesting happens. Competition slows down. There are fewer people fighting over the same amount of houses. Sellers become more willing to negotiate, and buyers often gain a lot of leverage when rates go up. In other words, what feels like bad news for the market can sometimes create opportunities for buyers just like you. Now, think about this. This is not down 8.5% over a year, not over a month. It was down 8.5% in 1 week. That's huge. The reason? Mortgage rates recently climbed to their highest levels in roughly 9 months. Whenever rates move up, some buyers hit the pause button. But after more than 20 years in this business, I've learned one thing, maybe a few things, but one thing. The best opportunities often show up when other people get uncomfortable. The second number is 18%. Refinance applications fell 18% in just 1 week. That tells us many homeowners are still waiting for rates to improve before they refinance their mortgage. Makes sense. But here's the challenge. Nobody knows exactly when interest rates will go down or how low. I've never been a fan of trying to predict this market, especially with refinancing. What I believe in preparing for it. Know what your payment is. Know what your budget you're looking for. Know the rate that makes sense for you. We call that a target rate. And when that opportunity comes, you're not going to spend time trying to get ready. You will already be ready. And now you're not going to miss out. But here's what surprised me the most. Home prices nationally, with all this news, are still up 1.7% year over year. Think about this. Mortgage applications are falling. Rates are elevated, yet home prices are still rising. Why? Because there are still buyers. There are still many more buyers than homes in this market. And there's another reason. A lot of buyers right now are simply waiting. Maybe you're one of them. They're sitting on the sidelines, hoping rates will come down. The problem is, if rates do improve, or when they improve, many of these buyers are expected to jump back in the market all at the same time, which means more competition, more offers, and potentially higher prices. Now, before you take that as a national prediction, remember this. Real estate is local. Each market is different. The national housing market doesn't buy houses. People do. You do in the neighborhoods you want to buy. And what's happening in Miami, Austin, and New York may have absolutely nothing to do with what's happening in your neighborhood. Some markets are seeing multiple offers. Some are seeing price reductions. Some are seeing sellers offer credits to help buyers lower their payments, or maybe a combination of both. But that's the reason you want to have a great local real estate agent. A great realtor doesn't just open doors. They help you negotiate better terms on the house that you fell in love with. They help you avoid costly mistakes. They know which sellers are motivated. And many times they save buyers thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars on their negotiations. So if you need a recommendation, I work with some of the best real estate agents in the industry, and I would be happy to connect you with one of them. Now, let's talk about what can move rates this week. This week, we have Friday jobs reports. Now, this is a big one. This is the one most important. This is one of the most important reports this month. If hiring comes in stronger than expected, mortgage rates can remain under pressure. If hiring slows more than expected, rates can improve. By next Monday, we could be talking a totally different mortgage market. For those wondering where rates are today, by the way, here are some of our rates as it stands. So far, we have VA sitting at 5.625, FHA at 5.625, conventional 6.125, and jumbo sitting at 5.875. Now, keep in mind, these are with up to 1 point, great credit scores, and on conventional and jumbo, 25% down. Now, I'm going to leave you with this. The biggest mistake I see buyers make is waiting to time the market perfect or for the perfect market. There has never been a perfect market. The families who win aren't the ones who perfectly time rates. They're the ones who plan and are ready when the opportunity appears. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing, let's put a strategy together. Have a great week, and I will see you next Monday. Paul Obrantz, Clear to Close Brokers. I got to figure out where my close or turn off button is. See you next week. Take care.